OK, let's get some reaction now with certainly one of the industries that was singled out, the only Australian industry specifically that was singled out by Donald Trump. Simon Stahl is the CEO with the Northern Meat Cooperative based at Casino in northern New South Wales, and he joins us now. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Well, how are you feeling after hearing what Donald Trump said, or perhaps the lack of detail in what he said?
Oh, like everyone else, still unpacking it. There was a lot said, as he usually does, but I think one of the biggest takeouts for me was, a lot of this is about onboarding American manufacturing, and it's ironic. I think we're just collateral damage, because if you look at the US beef industry, they're the largest in the world, so there is really no argument to onboard US beef industry. So, as I say, I think we're collateral damage.
Simon, I just wanted to ask, there's obviously been that ban on fresh beef coming into Australia from America because of concerns about mad cow disease. Are you hoping that stays in place and there's no walking back of that?
No, look, I think if the science says that it's safe to eat American beef, I think we should allow US beef into our market. You've got to remember, the US beef, the impact on our market, I think, would be very minor. Australian beef is obviously preferred, so I think it would be very minor, but we've got to play to the scientific rules, and I'm sure we'll come to a conclusion over the next few months anyway. I understand that was happening anyway.
Just how much does the Australian beef industry rely on America for exports?
Oh, it's significant. It's our largest market at present, and will continue to be for some time. The US herd is at probably 70-year lows, so the demand for Australian beef is at a record.
Simon, I just wanted to ask, we heard from the Shadow Agriculture Minister yesterday, David Littleproud, saying that if there was a tariff on beef, it would be a tax on Big Macs. Is that where a lot of Australian beef goes? Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of lean trimmings going into the states at the moment. As I said, their own production systems are well down, and they've always been a buyer of our trim, so it will impact the consumer in the US, no doubt.
Simon, can you go back to the reason why Australia doesn't import fresh beef from the United States? Because that's been in place for a really long time now, more than 20 years. Can you take us through and explain it for us?
Yeah, well, American beef was banned around the globe back in early 2000s with the onset of BSE, or the discovery of BSE, and a lot of countries have opened up access to US beef, I'd say under different pressures. And there is an age restriction on US beef into a lot of countries, so it's certainly about time that we had a review of that in our country.
And I just wanted to ask, Simon, we've seen, look, we're not a stranger to trade tariffs or restrictions. Obviously, China put a whole lot of restrictions on Australian products, including agricultural products, relatively recently. Will you be looking at exploring other markets? Is that going to be the effect of targeting of Australian beef, that maybe you find better buyers in parts of Asia or other parts of the world, maybe Europe?
Yeah, well, absolutely. That's the opportunity. We've got the best product in the world. And if you look at, you just mentioned EU, we failed to get an EU free trade agreement last year. I mean, that'll be on their cards. And the EU love the beef, and they do pay well for the beef. So there's huge opportunities.
Simon, are you expecting blowback within the United States from this decision?
Oh, I can't really comment for the United States, but I'm sure if the burgers are going up in price, there would be something.
And what do you want our leaders to do now? What do you want to see happen?
Oh, look, not knee-jerk react, but have a look at this protocol on the beef that's US beef for our country, and have a look at that and get on with it. If it's proven scientifically that it's safe, then let's get on with it and take away all these reasons that the President pointed out this morning.